Yo, what is poppin', NBA fans? First game of the NBA season just ended. Nets versus Warriors, and the Nets decimated the Warriors, man. It was a total blowout, and the Nets look like a well-oiled machine while doing it. But side note, I'm really excited that the NBA is back, y'all. Like, I'm extremely excited. Like, we're gonna be able to see NBA games every day now, y'all. Every single day. Man, I'm hyped for that. But if y'all don't mind, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I want to get that out of the way. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all do that. Alright, now let's get into this. Now, as you all probably know, the Brooklyn Nets are hyped up to be a pretty damn good team. As will be expected when you get Kevin Durant and Kyrie in the same offseason. Not to mention they had pieces like Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, and the others. And of course that's going to get people very excited. But there was also speculators, saying Kyrie's not a real leader, Kyrie's locker room issue. People try to spin him saying the world's flat like he's a bad person. Like, what? Since when has someone just making like a weird claim or something like that make them a bad person? Like, that they try to spin and make Kyrie such a terrible person just because he wanted to be LeBron, just because he didn't fit with the Celtics. He literally didn't work out on two teams, but he's an NBA champion and definitely a top 10 offensive player in the league. And I would say he's for sure a top 20 player overall. And when he's on his game, he's one of the most fun players in the league to watch, and that's what he was tonight. He was unstoppable from the get-go. And honestly, this may be the best version of Kyrie we ever saw. Now, yes, I know Cleveland Kyrie was a monster. I mean, shit, he won an NBA championship. He was a champion in Cleveland. But you gotta keep in mind, he was only 24 or 25. Most players hit their prime around 27, 28. And guess how old Kyrie Irving is? I'll give you a second. Yeah, he's 28 years old. He's in the smack middle of his prime right now, man. He's battled injuries the past few years, but he's had time to perfect his craft. And you wanna know what he looked out there to me tonight? He looked like a professional assassin, man. And not killing people, man. But he was killing the game. That's what he was doing, because he looked like his one mission out there was to score the basketball. And if that was his one mission, he did that shit real good. Just like he does every night, really, when he plays out there. He played for 25 minutes. He had 26 points. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. But he shot 62% from the field, 10 for 16. And on threes, he went 4 for 7. Anytime you gave him an inch of space, he was scoring. It was a bucket. It was a bucket. Gave him an inch of space, it was a bucket. If you didn't give him space, he made space and he got a bucket. That's what he did all night. And really fun to watch. You know who else fun to watch? Kevin Durant. He really looks like he hasn't missed a step. He shot 7 for 16, so it's like 43%. But he played 24 minutes. He got 22 points, then 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. He's a monster. I was really putting him around my 5th or 6th best player, and like just kind of in my head, I didn't really rank him for real. But I was just considering the Achilles injury. But if he can play like this all the time, he might be top 3. Who knows? We have to see. But I do know one thing about this Nets team. They are going to be one of the best transition teams in the NBA. Because they can just run, man. Kyrie and KD are fast as hell. And they also got Spencer Dinwiddie, who's fast. DeAndre Jordan's fast for a center. And then Joe Harris, I mean, he's not like he's slow. But then off the bench, they got Karis LeVert, Shamet, Jeff Green, Taurean Prince. I mean, like, these guys are going to run. You better bring your track shoes when you play them. And they really showed it tonight. They were just zooming in transition a lot of times, a lot of transition points. And I really like the makeup of this team because they are so deep. Like, I literally see 14 players on this roster that could get playing time. So as long as one of their starters don't get injured, they're not going to have any problem with injuries, man. And that really puts them in a great position for a trade, by the way, if they wanted to. But not even focusing on that. I mean, having Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie is a great backcourt. Joe Harris is a sniper from 3, obviously. You saw that from tonight as well. KD is obviously a star, and DeAndre Jordan's a good center. And when you have Jarrett Allen as your backup center, their center position's set. So we already got that out of the way. They're set. great rebounders, great defenders at the center spot. But then the 2 through 4 on the bench, man, they got Landry Shamet, Karis LeVert, and Jeff Green and Taurean Prince. All those guys, man, are really, really solid bench players. Like, they could all start on certain teams in the NBA. Shamet, he could be a starting shooting guard on some teams. Jeff Green, he could be a starting power forward on some teams. Taurean Prince, he could be a starting small forward or power forward on some teams. Karis LeVert could be a starting shooting guard on most teams. And dare I mention that Karis LeVert looks like he's learning from Kyrie. I can tell they've been in the gym together. He looks like a Kyrie prodigy, man. I'm not saying he'd ever be as good as Kyrie, but he's still in a lot of his moves. Like, maybe a Jamal Crawford type player. I know they said they wanted to play him on the Manu Ginobili role, so if that's what they're going for, I like it, man. This Nets team is nice. I had to see more from them, but I like what I saw so far. Anyways, I gotta get to this Lakers and Clippers game. I don't want to miss it, guys. See you later. Hope you're enjoying the NBA season. Comment down below what team you're most excited to see. Peace out.